So, could Cardano's ADA be about to pump significantly? And we're going to dig into the decentralized and centralized arguments that are going on right now from so-called experts. Let's do it. So we're going to start here. Ripple and Cardano gains momentum. Will Doge and TON holders shift to the new pre-sale star? So look, really interesting stuff. And I do think that we are on the cusp of seeing some really significant gains for both Ripple and Ripple XRP and Cardano, if I can get my words out, really early here in Dubai. But look, why do I believe this? Well, we've got some big upgrades coming for Cardano. Now, throughout history, in the build-up to these significant upgrades, we've seen price discovery. Now, look, I want to be really quite clear with everybody here. I feel that the crypto market has not really got too much adoption in it right now. And what I mean by this is I don't really feel like we're in a bull run. The stats that I see don't indicate that whatsoever. And these are stats that most people don't see. It's not the stats that institutions would be looking at. It's not the stats that generally these analytic firms would even be looking at, right? It's really all to do with YouTube, right? Now, when we start to get a bull run, we typically start to see an increase in views, new people coming onto the YouTube channels and so on. Now, we've been talking with YouTube and all of the crypto YouTube numbers are down significantly. I think 13% is about the average across all YouTube channels that are talking about cryptocurrency, including ourselves. So, look, I want to be quite clear. I don't think we're in a bull run yet. I do think that we are going to have a monstrous bull run. But look, at the moment, it's the people that have been around in the bear market, plus the new institutional investors coming in for Bitcoin and Ethereum and some other altcoins. So, look, I want to be really quite clear on that. But big upgrades, we tend to see, an increase in price. And then when we look at XRP, I really do feel that XRP is going to do really well. It's got the clarity. It's in a really unique position, even with the US looking to do a U-turn that I told you was going to happen when it comes to, being more positive about cryptocurrency. But let's get into the Cardano centralization argument here. So we've got Justin Bonds. He's basically stirred the pot, claiming that, Cardano's ADA is, centralized, extremely centralized. And look, I don't believe that this is really accurate. And I think it comes down to people, again, trying to push some sort of random agenda. This is something that was talked about some time ago as well. But, I always look at what others are saying in the space. I try not to necessarily get caught up in the he said, she said, direct from, say, IOG and the individual making the claim, right? I like to see what, perhaps the builders are saying. Now, we've got basically the chief technical officer of Sunday Labs saying that they're a decentralized exchange on the Cardano ecosystem. Just for clarity, they're saying that actually it's a Genesis key is not arbitrary, modified the protocol rules. They're merely a signal node. So look, for me, this is really interesting. It's basically saying that you're wrong. In essence, it's not centralized; it's decentralized. And look, you've got studies from the likes of the University of Edinburgh looking at decentralization, and it's quite clear from what they've published so far that Cardano is decentralized and most decentralized. So at least by against the ones that they're reviewing. So for me, you've got to be really careful with what information you take it in on YouTube, on the internet in general. Even the news articles out there, they're very I guess censored. They are coming from a certain viewpoint, and it's basically being spoon fed to people that Cardano is really, really bad. And my experience when it comes to investing, not just in crypto but stocks also, is a lot of the time when people hate on something, it's either because they're jealous or they're fearful for some reason. So normally I see this as a good sign. See this as a good sign to be investing. Now, that doesn't always translate to all opportunities or investments, right? Like you have to go away, couple that feeling with your own research and see what transpires. But with this sort of stuff, it's not looking like a lot of it's standing up. So yeah, it's interesting. Cardano network activity on the rise, but will it be enough for ADA? I love these headlines. They really try to get you in, want you to read more. But in essence, what we really need to take from this is the Cardano network activity is on the rise. And this is a positive sign. We're seeing this. We're seeing it coupled with whales coming back to the table, purchasing and increasing their portfolios by like 10%. I've said many times that, we would get the Bitcoin spot ETF that was approved. Before that was approved, I said we'd get an Ethereum spot ETF. I went as far as publicly saying that would be inevitable. It will happen. We're getting the rumors. I say they're more than rumors. It's being agreed. We're just waiting for the paperwork to be signed for the Ethereum one. And before that one has even crossed the line, I have been saying for some time, pretty much since the Bitcoin spot ETF was announced, the altcoins we will roll down into other altcoins: Cardano, XRP, Solana, Chainlink, and a few others. Avalanche is another one. I'm really looking at what institutions are already got a flavor for, and all of those are on the list. So I talk about this stuff, and you start to see Standard Chartered talking about it now. Like we are thinking so far ahead of everybody else in this market. We were talking about AI and the boom that you would get back in 2019. We were talking about tokenization of everything, real world assets back in 2020. And you're starting to see all this stuff come to fruition. So subscribe, hit the like button, and let me know your thoughts and opinions on where you view the future world. Now, if you jump in our free Discord, today I'm going to share where I believe people should be looking at for the next iteration, the next phase of this blockchain space, and where people should probably be researching and looking to deploy capital and getting in super, super early. So join the free Discord, link in the description of the video. Don't continue to miss these opportunities. They won't be here forever. We've got the Cardano founder drops surprise Dogecoin Bitcoin insight. Really, talking about the Doge to Bitcoin, talking about the fact that the Dogecoin dog, if I can get my word out, passed away aged 18. Look, it's amazing what gets the headlines, and I think this gives you a bit of a flavor for how little information or news is out there right now that they resort to this sort of stuff. For me, not really that interested. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. We've got Bitcoin at 69,043.29. It's up 0.50% in the past 24 hours. We're up 0.05% for the total market cap of crypto at $2.56 trillion. Ethereum at 3,753.32. Down 0.03%, but up a whopping 20.32% in the last 7 days, with the news that the Ethereum spot ETF is going to be approved. So look, I want to talk here, right? We've got US paves way for Ether ETFs in a test of crypto demand beyond Bitcoin. And I think that there will be more demand. What we are seeing here is the potential flippening of Bitcoin. I really do think with an Ethereum spot ETF, that Ethereum will surpass Bitcoin by the market cap of total market cap for Ethereum. It will surpass Bitcoin. I feel very, very strongly about this. It's a much better investment proposition with the ecosystem that it's got. It's thriving, it's growing, and there's just more utility than there is for Bitcoin. But with that said, when we start to roll into other altcoins, I think, again, you're going to end up with some other altcoins that could potentially flip Bitcoin and Ethereum in the future. This is really, really exciting. I talk about this stuff a lot, right? And people will be like, what about the market cap? Well, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about is kind of my thoughts and opinions on it. That might rile a few people up, but I really don't give a shit. At the end of the day, we've been very, very accurate with our predictions on this channel. I think, matter of fact, I would go as far as to say I don't think there's any crypto YouTube channel that's predicted with the accuracy we have for this crypto market so far. So, get along, join the journey. Malaysian authorities bust syndicate accused of laundering fraud proceeds via crypto. Seeing more and more of this. These governments are, accruing a large amount of cryptocurrency all around the world, the US, China, the UK, Malaysia now. Bitcoin hasn't rallied much a month after the halving event. Experts say 100,000 is still in sight. I completely agree with $100,000 Bitcoin. I think that this is achievable. I do think that this will happen. But again, it's a sign of something that I keep talking about. We're not in a bull run yet. I think we're on the cusp of it, but we're not there just yet. And I do think there's going to be some sort of mega cycle, but we're just not yet there yet. Maybe we need the Fed pivot. Maybe the Fed pivot is what brings in the true bull run. Now, there will be people, looking at analysis, talking about, every single time we've been here, we're in a bull market and all that sort of nonsense. If we are, we're really, really, really early at the very start of it, because there's just no liquidity anywhere. And that's, the crux of it. There's just not much liquidity in this market. It's just people moving around, right? They're in Ethereum after being in Bitcoin. They're going to be in a Solana next probably, and they're going to go, and it's just money moving around. There isn't really a lot of liquidity. And anybody that wants to argue with me on it, feel free. Quite happy to debate with people on this. And then we've got the UAE authorities warn of a 10,000 AED fine for crypto mining on farms. So look, a bit of a clampdown here in the UAE on farming for coin and I guess proof of work projects, which are becoming fewer and fewer, right? With proof of stake, right? So there we go. Look, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.